We are live captioning our meetings. Please look in the chat window of our WebEx meeting where you'll find a link. Please click on that link to open a web page with the live captioning. I'm now going to call to order the special board meeting, the roll call, starting with Ms. Sullivan. Present. Ms. Butler.
Present.
Dr. Narini.
Present.
Dr. Thor.
Present.
Ms. Smith.
Present.
Donna Davis.
Present.
And myself. All board members are present. We are here tonight at this special meeting to make a determination to uphold, reject, or modify the hearing officer recommendation to terminate Marlon Liddell according to staff policy C8, notice and appeal of certain disciplinary measures. Board members, is there a motion?
Board members, Peter-Smith?
Ms. Smith.
Yes, I move that we postpone this session until we have an opportunity for further deliberation.
Is there a second?
I second.
Seconded by Ms. Davis. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Let the record now reflect that it is 10 minutes to 6, 5:50 p.m. and the board special meeting is adjourned. We are now moving into the agenda review. We're again still live captioning our meetings. Please look in the chat window of the WebEx meeting where you'll find a link. Please click on that link to open a web page with live captioning. At this time, I'd like to call to order the agenda review meeting of the Maricopa Community College District Governing Board of September 9th, 2025, and we will review the agenda for September 23rd, 2025 board meeting. Let the record reflect that it is 5:50. All the board members, no one has left the room, so all the board members that were at our special meeting are here for agenda review. And I believe our student representative, Ms. Smith, is joining us for this portion of the meeting. Ms. Smith, are you on?
I am President Peter-Smith.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. The board would like to ratify some board meeting changes to the agenda of August 26, 2025, which is agenda item number 5, approval of continuation grant from the Helios Foundation for Maricopa County Community College District through Maricopa County Community Colleges Foundation from September 1, 2025 to August 31, 2026 in the amount of $2,200,000. It's now been changed to the correct date is through 8/31/2028, and the grant is a new grant, not a continuing grant. Now on to agenda review. We will start obviously with our normal agenda items, roll call, pledge of allegiance, all the reports that we get and that are very important to us. And then we'll move on to citizens interim and and the consideration of the consent agenda. The consent agenda process starts with our first item is approval of a new grant to Glendale Community College from the National Science Foundation for the building capacity for undergraduate research in STEM at a 2-year college project in the amount of $492,626 for the period of 10/1/2025 to 9/3/2028. As I go along, if you have any questions, please let me know and we'll stop to get those answered. Number 3 is approval to issue a purchase order to USA Roofing LLC in the amount of $302,253 for the library roof replacement project at Chandler Gilbert Community College from the Pecos campus. Next item is approval of the expenditure of budgeted funds not to exceed $555,800 for a one-time purchase under the Arizona State Contract CTR 059868 to High Tech and providing ongoing technical infrastructure and network support at the district office. Next item is approval of the expenditure of budgeted funds not to exceed $395,380 under CDWG via E&I contract CNR 01439 for a one-time purchase to provide technical identity and access management support through SailPoint of the district office in 10 colleges. The next item is approval of recommendation to have the public safety personnel retirement system complete an actuarial evaluation of Maricopa Community College's public safety officers as defined in ARS 38-851 to determine the estimated cost of participation, the benefits to be derived, and other information that may be appropriate. The cost of said survey to be paid by the Maricopa Community Colleges. Next item is approval of the intergovernmental agreement with Glendale Community College, Paradise Valley Community College, and the Arizona Department of Homeland Security for a cybersecurity collaboration. The next item is approval of curriculum item courses modifications 23 and deletions 36, occupational programs, modifications 9 and deletion 6. There are some additional placeholder items that are awaiting final notice of funding or closing of RFP services. We anticipate notice of these items by the deadline for the governing board September 2023, 2025. If not, they'll be in the October agenda. I'm going to go ahead and read the placeholder items in case you have questions. Starting with the approval of acceptance of the continuing grant from the U.S. Department of Education for year 4, the South Mountain Community College Trio Upward Bound program in the amount of $309,505 for the period of 10/1/2025 through 8/31/2026, excuse me. Next item, also a placeholder, the approval of the acceptance of a new grant from the U.S. Department of Education to Mesa Community College for FY 2026 of the TRIO Student Support Services from September 1, 2025 to August 31, 2026, in the amount of $272,364. Again, the next placeholder item is the approval of the acceptance of a new grant from the U.S. Department of Education to Mesa Community College for FY 2026 of the TRIO Student Support Services STEM from September 1, 2025 to August 31st, 2026, in the amount of $272,364.
President Peterson,
Yes, Ms.
this
Davis.
seems to be a repeat of the item before this.
This one's for STEM.
It's for STEM.
Oh,
It's a STEM,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 12, another placeholder, approval of the acceptance of a new grant from U.S. Department of Education to Gateway Community College for FY 2026 of TRIO Student Support Services, September 1, 2025 to August 31, 2026, the amount of $284,915. A whole lot of placeholders here. I'm just going to run through them. Placeholder approval of the acceptance of a new grant from the National Science Foundation to Rio Salado College for FY 2026 of Arizona Technical Education Semiconductor Pathways in Tech Education from October 1, 2025 to September 30, 2028 in the amount of $944,769. Placeholder item next is for a partial guaranteed maximum price contract amendment, number 1, to Auckland Construction Company in the amount of, and I don't have a dollar amount posted in my script, but so I think that we're still waiting for that final amount for the Future 48 Semiconductor Project at Gateway Community College in the Central City campus. Next item, again, a placeholder, approval to issue a purchase order to Caliente Construction, Inc. in the amount, again, not defined yet, for the equine facility at West Road of Scottsdale for Scottsdale Community College. Next placeholder item is the approval of issuance of purchase orders to Advanced Technology Consultants, Inc. Again, in a yet to be defined amount for specialty equipment for the Future 48 Workforce Accelerator Advanced Manufacturing Semiconductor Project at Gateway Community College, Central City campus. Next placeholder, approval of an issuance of purchase order to Klein Educational Systems, again, in a yet to be defined amount for the specialty equipment for the Future 48 Workforce Accelerator Advanced Manufacturing Semiconductor Project at Gateway Community College, Central City campus. Two more placeholders. The approval of the FY 2025-2026 District Property and Casualty Insurance Program. Next placeholder item, approval of Gateway Early College High School submission of annual financial report to the Arizona Department of Education for fiscal year 2024-2025. Final placeholder item, approval of the Phoenix College Preparatory Academy submission of annual financial report to the Arizona Department of Education for FY 2024-2025. Given all of that long list, are there any comments or questions or anything from the chancellor on any of those items?
I have a question.
Yes, Dr. Marini.
Every September, I look forward to looking over the course fees. And I see that there's no course fees in this agenda. Do we know when those course fees are going to be coming up for approval?
Dr. Gonzalez, who can answer that?
Yes, President Bittersmith, I would invite Dr. Armour, if she's online, to provide a response to that. And perhaps maybe even Ms. Leanne Bung, Provost and our COO respectively.
Yes, hello, Ms. Bittersmith, members of the governing board, Chancellor Gonzalez, members of the Shared Governance Executive Council. It should be October when those items come through.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Armour.
Yes.
Rearrange my schedule for October then.
Okay, thank you.
He'll be ready for action, just so you know. Any other questions?
No.
Thank you, Dr. Narini. Okay. On the non-consent action items, there'll be second read and adoption of proposed revisions to governing board policies, starting with 1, vision, mission, and institutional values, 1.3, strategy 3, cohesive identity, 1.4, strategy 4, organizational talent. 2.2, treatment of faculty and staff. 2.7, employee compensation and benefits. 4.1, shared governance principles, and 4.2, manner of governing. Again, board members, any questions about the proposed revisions? Seeing none. First reading information items, employment and separation, July 18, 2025 to August 15, 2025. Monitoring reports, and that'll be the budget analysis fund, report fund 1. We'll move from there to the governing board reports with our summaries of activities for the last month or so. Following that, I will just remind all of us that we will have an October 14, 2025 agenda review and an October 28th, 2025 regular board meeting. Board members, that is all I have on agenda review. Do I have a motion to adjourn the agenda review meeting?
So moved.
Second, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We do have one more executive session that we need to move into. So I'm going to ask for a motion for the representatives of the public body in order to consider its position and instruct its representatives regarding negotiations for the purchase, sale, and lease of real property under ARS 30H/43103, subsection 87, Mesa Community College Dobson campus. Is there a motion to move into executive session for that purpose?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Smith. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Sullivan. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. The agenda review meeting is now adjourned, and we are now moving into our executive session.